everyone, welcome. I'm Amanda. If we've never met before, welcome. We'll do a regular flow style class today, so just some movement with our breath. It'll be a little bit of a challenging sequence, but nothing you can't modify. If you need to take anything that is different than I'm cueing, please do so. If you use any props in your practice, so blocks, bolsters, pillows, straps, anything like that, make sure you have anything that you like to use and you feel you need. And we'll get started on our back today. So once you find your way onto your mat, go ahead and let the soles of the feet touch and the knees roll open. And then let your eyes just start to soften and close. And just start to breathe. Let that breath come in slowly and empty fully. And just start to tune in. Taking a full scan from the head all the way down to the tips of the toes. Pausing along the way for any spaces that might feel a little tight or a little cluttered. And just taking note of where you need to maybe send your breath as we move today. Start to just notice if the breath feels a little natural as you spend a little more time focusing on it. Or if it still feels like effort, that's okay too. Just take notice of what it is in this moment, and then see if you can move it or shape it to be your tool. Just a couple more where you are. And then as you feel ready, let the arms just come down by your sides. Let the feet walk to earth. And then palms down, take a full breath in, and on the exhale, bridge pose, roll up through center. You can always support your bridge with a block. Feet are towards the short edge of your mat, knees are hip distance. Press up through the pelvis and breathe. Take a full inhale. Then a slower exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just a couple more right here. Breathe deeply. Empty fully. One more. Breathe in. As you breathe out, roll the hips down. Take the left leg long, tuck the right knee into the chest. Give it a nice squeeze. And then roll that hip in its socket just slightly. So holding onto the shin, giving it a little shift right and then left. And then work it all the way across the body. Look right, twist. And breathe in. And breathe out. Another inhale. And an exhale. One more. Stay. Up to center. Give yourself a hug. And then half of a dead bug. Stack that right foot up to the sky. Pull down through the right hip. Maybe let the left arm come out to the side. One more. Let it go. Tuck that heel. Switch it. Draw the left leg in. Let the right leg come long. Pull the knee to the chest. Hug it tight. Roll out the ankle. And then roll out the hip. And as you're ready, help it across. Look long to the left this time. Come back to center. And then again, half of a dead bug. Stack that ankle. Pull down through the left hip crease. Press down through the low spine. Flex the foot. Breathe in. And breathe out. Another in breath. And an empty. One more. Let it go. Slowly release that heel. Bring the right leg in to join the left. And then start to rock and roll. Front to back. Rolling through the spine. And then as you're ready, land in a cross-legged seat. Sit up nice and tall. And then we'll let the arms reach up to the sky. Big breath in. Right hand to left knee, twist. Come up to center, breathe. And twist to the right. Center, breathe. And do that again, twist to the left. Center, up, lift. And to the right. Back through center, and then hands to heart. Take a moment here, just settling in. And then we'll find our way into some belly work. So let the feet touch the earth, knees walk towards each other. Make sure you're on your sitting bones. And then tuck the hands behind the knees, lean just slightly back in a nice long line, and then lift the legs. Pull the belly in, arms start to come long. Hold here. Take a breath. Draw the shoulders down. If that's a lot, hands under the knees or hands to earth. Big breath. Empty. Two more. Take a breath. Let it go. One more. Stay. Let the palms touch. Take a breath. And then to the left, twist. Up through center. Again, if this is a lot, just skip it. Hinge to the right if you're moving. Breathe in, center. To the left. Breathe out. Center. Inhale. Over to the right. Point. Inhale up. Left side. One more each. Lift. Over to the right. Back to center. And then cross the ankles. Again, sit up nice and tall. Take a breath. And then let the right ear drop, dropping the left shoulder. Lift again through space, and then left ear down. Right shoulder drops. Do that again, lift up. As you drop the right ear, actively lower the left shoulder. Lift up, and switch sides. Come up to center. Stay. As you feel ready, find your way over to a table. Spread the fingers wide, and the knees come underneath the hips. Hip distance, nice long spine, so press earth away, pull the belly in, and then inhale, drop the chest through the arms, look up, ripple and tuck, cat. Roll open, cow. open to cow, breathe in. Around to cat, breathe out. One more like that, roll it open. And round it in. Get back to center. Let the big toes touch and shift the weight back to the heels just momentarily for child's pose, Balasana. Stay here. Let the head fall heavy. Let the hips soften back and down. Take a breath. And let it go. One more. Stay. As you feel ready, rock back up onto the palms, but curl the toes this time and then lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Just a couple more right here. Take a breath. Let it go. Breathe in. And breathe out. Up on tiptoes. And sink the heels. Do that again. Rise. And lower. One more ripple up. And sink it down. On this breath in, come up to toes. Put a bend in the knees. Look forward. And then come up to the front of your mat. Slide your hands up your shin bones, lift halfway, nice flat back. And then fold down. Do that 2 more times, lift halfway. Fold down. One more little lift, halfway. Fold down. This time as you lift, leave the fingers tented. Kick that right leg back, hip height. And then bend the knee. Stay here. And then see if you can start to drop the chest. So just a little stretch in the back of the left leg. Draw that right knee straight up to the sky. Kick the heel towards the glute. So sort of a variety of standing split, but we have a bent knee and we're keeping that hip close. Press the left thigh to the wall behind you. One more to stay. Drain. Let that right foot reach down by the left. Hands to shin bones, halfway up. Fold. Again, this halfway lift, fingers tend to earth. Left leg comes up through a warrior 3 and then heel bends. Take a breath and drop the chest. Let that knee start to lift up to the sky. Pull the belly up and in. Stay here. Take a breath and let it go. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more like that. Take it in, breath. Empty. Left leg to right, lift halfway. Nice, flat back, slide the hands up the shin bone. And fold. To the sky, come on up, big reach, rise tall. Spill and dive. We'll do 2 more like that. Circle and reach, come up, big reverse, sweep tall. And spill, dive. Reverse reach, come on out. And dive. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, hands to earth, feet step back, high plank. Squeeze your thighs together, press up and away from earth. Shoulder heads pull forward, take a breath. Empty. Holding that plank or dropping the knees and picking up the toes. So always your option. Just make sure the butt doesn't stick up or the chest doesn't sag. So we want a nice long line from hips towards the toes. Stay here, breathe. Empty. 1 more. Breath out, pull forward. And then exhale all the way to earth. Chaturanga. Flatten the feet. Walk the hands back. Baby cobra, lift the chest. And exhale, come on down. Do that again, lift up, baby cobra. Wave it down. Up through your cobra or into your up dog. Shoulders start to roll back, belly pulls in, glutes squeeze. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. Take a full breath and let it go. Up on your toes, put a bend in the knees, look forward. And then come up to the front of your mat, fold. Walk the feet a little wider, and we'll find a ragdoll before we start to flow that connection. So hanging heavy, softening the knees, letting yourself mount. Find heaviness where you can, and breathe. Filling out, and emptying out. Slow inhale, maybe shift side to side in your forward fold. Last one here, take a breath and let it drain. On your next inhale, lift yourself halfway up. So unwinding those hands, come back up to a halfway lift and refold. Right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, hold it there. Drain the head down, take a breath. Flex the foot, but kick up through the heel. One more. Right foot to left, halfway lift. Dive down and send that left heel up to the sky, followed by the knee. Breathe and empty. Another full breath in. Stay. One more. Foot to earth. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fold. Reach and rise. Urdhva Hastasana. Come on up. Wave it down. Empty. We'll do that again. Reverse it. Come on up. Sweep it down. Reach, rise, lift, breathe. Maybe a back bend at the top. Spill and fold. Halfway up, breathe in. And back to your high plank, hands down and the feet walk back. Pull forward on your inhale. Maybe drop those knees and then halfway or to earth. Exhale. Up through your cobra or your up dog. And exhale back to your down dog. Stay for your breath in. And empty, let it go. Rise, bend, and look forward. Come up to the front of your mat, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, hands off shin bones. Fold, right leg up. Bend the knee, lift up through the top of the knee crease. In breath, stay, feeling that space in the back of the left leg. Exhale, hold. One more. Let that right foot release. Halfway lift again, hands to shins, nice long spine. Head down and the left leg up. Bend the knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Draw the chest down and lift the knee up. One more. Empty, left foot to right. Halfway lift, fill up. Exhale to fold. Circle and reach. Come on up. Spill, dive. Again, we do 2 more rounds of that. Circle and reach. Come on up. Spill and dive. One more circle, reach. Spill and dive. Halfway long. Hands to earth, high plank. Walk, step, or hop lightly back. Pull forward. And again, chaturanga. Up and open, lift your chest. And exhale, lift your hips. Take a breath in. And empty that breath out. Rise to your toes, put a bend in your knees, and then tuck the right knee high up into the body, thread it through the hands lightly. Drop the back foot down on 45. And then come on up, warrior 1. So a little bit of a different transition, not opening that hip through a 3-legged dog, but using our belly to move us. And then let the hands come behind the back. So you can keep the legs as they are, or a little bit of a wider stance. Roll the heart open. Pull the belly in. And then humble warrior. Fold into that right knee. Draw the knuckles up and over the head. Pull the right hip back. If that's a lot, hands to hips or always to earth. Take a breath. Stay. Draw that right right shoulder inside that right knee. Sink the crown towards earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Hands to hips and then to the floor. Lift and lengthen, heart open. And then turn to your left, finding a wide fold. Head drops down. Hips lift. Take an in-breath. Stay. Another. Breathe in. Draw yourself through those legs. Breathe out. One more. Empty. Halfway lift, hands to shin bones, re-lengthen. And then walk to your left. So set up that warrior one on the second side. Bend into that left knee as you sweep up. Press through the pinky edge side of the right heel. Pull your right hip forward and left. And then maybe again walk that left foot out a little wider so that when you reach up and let the palms touch, hands behind the back. Heart rolls up and open. Big breath. Press to the right heel. And exhale, humble warrior, fold. Draw the knuckles up and overhead. Pull the right hip forward and the left hip back. Sink into that left knee. Draw the shin bone forward. Remember, you can always use a towel or a strap as well in these hands to let you find this bind. One more to stay. Let it go. Hands to hips and then to earth. Lift the heart forward, but then step the left foot back to join the right. High plank. Pull forward, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Up and open, heart lifts. And exhale, hips to the sky. Breathe deep. Empty completely. Come up to your tiptoes, put a bend in the knees. And then left foot comes up through the chest and plants through. Right foot drops. Inhale, come on up. Square the hips, bend the knee, and then exhale, arms behind. Roll open, breathe in. Maybe walk that left foot a little wider. And then humble warrior, fold down. Take a breath. And empty out. Two more, breathe. Drain. Last one. Hands to hips and then the earth. Chest pops forward, heart open. To your right, wide fold. Draw the head down, lift the hips, tuck the chin. Take a breath and let it out. Two more, breathe in. Empty. Just one more. Stack the hips over the heels. Let it go. Lift and lengthen halfway. Hands to shin bones or the earth. Walk to your right. Spin the feet. So right toes turn all the way around. Left turn on a 45. Come on up. Big circle. Reach to the sky. Press through that left heel. Hands behind. Roll the heart up and open. If you'd like, widen your stance. So right foot a little to the right. And then humble warrior. Fold down through the middle. Pin that right shoulder towards the right knee. Pull the right hip bone back. Sink into that front shin. So pressing the shin to the wall you're facing. One more. Hands to hips and then the earth. Look forward. And then high plank. Forward with the chest. Take a breath. Lower, empty. Chaturanga. Up and lift. Breathe. Back and empty. Coming all the way forward, take a bend in the knees and rise up on the toes. And then walk, step, or hop yourself up. Halfway long, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Come on up to the sky, big reach. And then into your Utkatasana. So I'll face you here momentarily, chair pose, and then come out to goal post arms. So you'll stay facing the short edge of your mat. Think of your low back as tucked under, so nice flat spine. And then arms out wide like goalposts. Open the chest, breathe in, and then wrap the forearms together, empty. Do that again, open, lift. Forearms together, empty. Open, lift, breathe. Forearms together, empty. Two more, breathe in, open. Keep your chair legs, breathe out, wrap it in. Last one, big breath, open. And pull it in. Stand up, grow tall. Swan dive and fold. Halfway lift, re-lengthen. And hands to earth, Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low push-up. Lift and lengthen, big breath, peel up. Exhale, hips to the sky. Take a breath. And let it go. Another full inhale. And an exhale. One more to stay. Empty. Rise, bend, and look. Right knee only. Tuck it up and through. Seal the left. Come on up. Warrior one. Breathe in. Hands behind. Breathe out. Open the chest. Fill up. Humble warrior. Fold. So we're moving our humble warrior this time. Come back up. Breathe. Press through the feet. Roll down. Pull up from the root. 2 more of those. Lift up. Inhale. Open. Exhale, wave down. 1 more, breathe in, open. Breathe out, wave down. Stay, fill out. Hands to hips and then to earth. Lengthen the chest and walk to the left. Halfway up, breathe. Fold. So this time, if you like, you can stay in your fold. If you like to play around with headstand. And again, this is just an option, but you can drop your crown to the earth. Make sure your hands are visible behind you, so working into tripod, hug the elbows in, press through the palms. Lift up on the tippy toes, press earth away. And again, this is only if this is part of your practice and it feels okay. But if you feel okay lifting off, let those legs sweep up to the sky. Let them unite at the top, press through the balls of the feet, squeeze the glutes, hug those elbows in, and breathe. 2 more, take a breath, drain. 1 more, start to let those legs come out wide, really activate through the feet, and then let them connect to earth as lightly as you can. Halfway lift, re-lengthen, and then we'll turn to the left, warrior one. Virabhadrasana, bend the knee, come on up, big reach. Hands behind, interlace. Heart up and open, breathe. Humble warrior, fold. Remember, we're rolling our warriors this round. Come on up, breathe in, open. And roll it down, pull up from the belly. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Last 2, breathe in, come on up. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, humble warrior to stay. Take a breath. Hands to hips and then to earth. Plant them down, look forward. And then left foot to right, high to low. Up and open, big breath. And exhale, hips to the sky. Take a breath, rise, bend, and look. Left foot up and through, a little different this time. Drop the right heel, but straighten the right leg. So pull the hips forward, heart rolls open, and then pyramid, fold. If you prefer blocks under the hands, you can always grab one, equalize the hips, drop the head. Breathe in. Press through the right heel, breathe out. Maybe pull the toes up for just a little bit of a different sensation. 2 more, take a breath. Stay. Last one. Empty. Lift and lengthen. Walk to your right. Stay lifted, breathe. Again, walk to your right, pyramid. Heart up and open. And then fold. Again, square the hips, so tailbone is flat to the sky. Hips are square to the short edge of your mat. And then head drop, so Parshvottanasana. Breathe in. Breathe out again, maybe play around, walk those toes up just a hair to stretch into the leg. And then press it back down. 1 more here. Empty. Lift the chest, take a breath, plant the palms, bend the knee. And then right foot to left, high to low. Up and open, lift your chest. And exhale, lift your hips. We'll stay in down dog. So take a full 3 breaths here. Really hooking the belly up and in. Squeezing the heels towards the earth. They do not need to touch, they might. Press the palms actively through earth. And then as you're ready, find your way to a child's pose again. Hips to heels. Let the head drop heavy. Rocking your third eye on earth. Take your time here. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just 2 more, right where you are. And then from that child's pose, let's come back up through a table. Put the shoulders over the wrists, knees underneath the hips. And then cow pose again, heart through the arm. And then wrap around cat. Cow open. And wrap around cat. One more like that, open. And come together. Come back to center, curl the toes, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Breathing in. And breathing out. Rise to your toes, put a bend in the knees, look forward. And then again, come on up. Halfway along, breathe in, lengthen. Fold. Come up to the sky, arms high. And then we'll let the right arm wrap under the left, cross at the elbows and cross at the wrists. So if that is not comfortable, you can put forearms together. You can cross elbows and just bring the back of the hands together, or you can hold opposite shoulders. So we have right under left crossing as many points as we can, and then we'll sit into a chair. So next step, you can choose to stay here or right leg up, cross it over, so right thigh and maybe right ankle wrap across the left. You can always tap this toe on the floor or a block, but I want you to sink deeper and stay. Pull your knees forward along with your chest and your elbows, sit the hips back and down, weight in that standing left heel in Eagle, Garudasana. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up, lift the elbows up and press the palms away from you. 2 more. The last one. Stay. Stand up, bring that knee with you, give it a hug. And then stand tall. Take 1 more. And then you'll cross that ankle over the left thigh and again reset. So sitting down nice and low. If you have a block handy, you can use it to lean to. So instead of thinking about leaning the chest to the block and just folding, I want you to think of sitting the hips back and getting low through center. So from a side view, you can either have high hips and just fold the chest so you won't feel as much in the hip crease, or you can really sit low, flex that foot, pull back, and then keep the chest lifted. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more here. Take a full inhale, sink. Stay. 1 more. Empty. Slide that right leg across the left, and then cross-legged forward fold. Stay there. Find some heaviness and breathe. Filling up. emptying. One more here. Stay. So I want you to root down through that right foot. That's the crossed one. Relift the chest. Find your block, whatever you're using to replicate it. Put it in the right hand and lift the chest. Left hand to your left hip. As you're ready, root through that right foot, kick the left foot back, up and open. Ardha Chandrasana, balancing half moon. Left arm maybe stacks up to the sky, flex this left foot, hold. You can look up to the ceiling for more intensity, or look down or straight forward for a little less. Flex that foot, we'll end up landing on it here in a moment. Take a breath, pull the belly in, stay. One more, put a bend in the knee. Let the left foot drop. Adjust your footing, and then warrior two. Look over that right arm. Tug back with this left. So we don't want to be leaning forward, nor do we want to be leaning inward, but pull back so that the hips are even off of earth. We're facing right. Roll this right knee to the wall behind you. And then nice, active, long arms. Breathe in. A little different today, maybe turn the palms up. So imagine you're holding little plates in those hands, but then lengthen through the elbow crease. Re-slide into that right shin, see if you can work that thigh parallel to earth without the knee poking past the toes. Big reverse, reach it, right arm high, left arm hovers or wraps. Sink, one more. Stay. Come back to warrior two, straighten this right leg, turn the toes, and then hands to heart. We'll turn the left foot to a 45 degrees, and then sit either into a high side lunge or let the hands come to earth. Lift the right heel and lower into your skandasana. You can always put a block under the hips if that feels better. Stay here. Heart open, breathe in. Breathe out. Two more here to stay. Lengthen through the chest, roll the inner thigh open, flex that lifted right toe if you have the big toe facing the sky. One more. Let it drain. As you lift the chest, turn to your left, plant the palms, and then high to low. Chaturanga. Up and open, lift your chest. And exhale, lift your hips. Take a breath. Stay. So we're facing the other side of our mat, so if you need to walk back and grab your block, and then give it a little help back to what is now the front of your mat, adjust that as you need. And then come up to your toes, put a bend in the knees, look forward, and come up to the front of your mat for a fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, and fold. Reach and rise, come on up. And then again, we'll start into those eagle arms. So it's left under right this time, cross elbows, cross wrists. Again, I'll face you for a little bit of this. Other option is forearms to touch, holding opposite shoulders. So you can half wrap and then put the back of the palms together. So whatever you are choosing, sit low in your chair. Pick up the left leg, cross the left thigh, maybe left ankle, sit down. Elbows high, palms away. And then breathe. Breathe heavier, longer, slower, fuller. With control and with purpose. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Empty. You'll unwind and stand up. Give that left leg a hug. Shake out the ankle if that feels good, and then you'll cross that leg over and sit down. So again, I'll turn sideways for you here. As you sit down again, I want you not to worry about the chest, but sit through the glutes. So sit the hips back. And then, maybe if you're reaching for the earth, that's where the block comes in. So we'll feel that stretch in the outside left hip crease. Keep the right hip tucked behind the knee. Stay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more. Last one. You'll start to lift the chest. Slide that left leg across for a cross-legged fold. And then head down, hips high. Uttanasana with crossed legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Stay. So start to lengthen, finding again that support under the left hand. Lengthen the chest, right hand, right hip, root through that front foot that's crossed. And then Ardha Chandrasana, open up. So adjust your block if you need. Let the right arm come up to the ceiling. Flex that right foot, roll the shoulder and the rib cage up. Pull the belly up and in. Breathe in. Active fingers, maybe look up to the sky, kick through the right heel. 2 more in your half moon, so really rotate through this rib cage. So pull the belly back, pull up through the top shoulder, so right shoulder rolls back. Start to soften this left knee and then drop that foot, tilt the chest up. Warrior 2. And again, check in with this right leg, so the knee's not buckling, we press it back. Sit this left knee down and low. When you did that, make sure the chest didn't come with it. So pull up through the right ribs, they stack above the hip. Again, belly tucks, arms out, and you look left. Same thing, palms up. So again, imagine you're holding plates here, but without the bent elbows, unless you need a little less. You can do that always. But if you're looking for the activated arms, palms up, but extend through the elbows to really activate through the bicep. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Take a breath. Drain. Right arm drops, big reverse, reach it. Settle. Take 1 more breath. And then hands cartwheel down to the earth. Take a full breath, walk yourself to the middle, and then sink into that right knee, side lunge. Lift the left toes if you'd like that option. Roll the chest up. Use that right arm to lengthen the right knee behind you. And then sink the hips. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Take an inhale. Stay. Last one. Let it go. You'll turn yourself to your right. Walk and frame that foot, press the earth away, and then high to low. Try not to scrape that foot, step it back. Lift up and open. And then exhale, hips to the sky. Take a breath. Let it go. Heels down, hips high, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Stay. Rise up to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Come up to the front of your mat for a fold. So we'll put that together on 1 breath each side. So it'll move relatively quickly and then we'll be down on the mat. So lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Come up to the sky, reach, right leg comes with you. Right elbow under, right thigh over, eagle, Garudasana. Elbows high, breathe in. Palms away, breathe out. Stand back up, bring that right leg with you. And then exhale, figure 4 or standing pigeon. Right ankle, left thigh, sit down, breathe. Stay. 1 more. Empty, slide that right foot across, cross-legged fold. Breathe in, re-lengthen, floor or block. Ardha Chandrasana, left leg up and back. Left arm stacks, breathe in. Bend the knee, warrior 2, lift the chest, breathe out. Big reverse, reach up. And then hands cartwheel down. Walk through center, take a breath. Side lunge. Heart open, breathe. Hips sink, breath out. 1 more. Turn to the left. Palms down, pull the belly in. Try not to scrape this left foot, press away. And then maybe float that left leg for your chaturanga. Up and open. And hips to the sky. Coming forward again, breathe, rise and bend. Up through the hands, empty. Halfway long. Fold. Circle and reach, left leg comes with you. Cross left over right, cross left arm under. Elbows up, breathe in, wrap the legs, palms away. Stand back up, bring that left leg with you, breathe in. Figure four, standing pigeon, have a seat. One to stay, maybe hands to heart center. And then cross fold, empty. Halfway up, left hand roots. Right leg up and long, right arm high. Ardha Chandrasana, balancing half moon. Breathe in. Warrior two, drop the right foot. Reverse your warrior big re. Cartwheel down. Walk to the right, sink into the right knee. Side lunge, Skandasana. Breathe in, heart forward. Breathe out. One more. Stay. Turn to your right. Hands plant. Take a breath. Pick that foot up. Slide it back. Maybe keep it lifted. Chaturanga. Up and open. And exhale, hips high. Stay for three. Take a breath. Drain. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Child's pose. Hips to heels. Settle down. Let your third eye rock side to side. Let the shoulders and the heart soften. And breathe. If you chose to turn one ear down or one cheek down, come through center and go to your second side. And again, if you turn to a side, come back to the middle in your child's pose. And then as you are ready, come back to a down dog just to set up our hips. So we'll be working into Buddha squat today. If that is not your hip preference of today, you are welcome to do anything else that suits you. But from our down dog, we'll walk our toes a little forward, our hands a little back, feet come out wide. Do make sure you have your block or a bolster or anything you'd like to sit on if you'd like to have that. Heels tuck in. We'll lift halfway. And then as you sink down, work the elbows to the knees, hands to prayer. Take this block, bolster, or support if you'd like, and put it under the hips for a little bit more of a restorative option. If you feel that you like the fire, keep that block maybe under the hands or stay without support. And then see if you can let the eyes close and just spend some time right here. Letting the breath come in and come out. Soften through the hip crease, open through the front of the chest. And then if you can keep the space in the ankles and the legs, sometimes it feels nice to walk the hands behind you, lean back into them, and really lift the chest. And that's only if you can keep the ankles from collapsing inward or the knees from buckling forwards. You have to make sure you can really hug them out without the elbows taking that pressure, and then roll the chest open as the fingers meet the mat or the block. And as you feel ready, find your way out into a fold. come back to that, or if you'd like, you can turn sideways and walk a little wider on your mat. And then we'll work into Skandasana. If you're taking Buddha squat, you'll stay when we move side to side. If you're taking that side lunge, we'll move to the right first, so turn those toes. Walk the hands in, maybe lift the left toes. And again, that same option to have a seat on a block and really use this right arm to roll that right knee open. Make sure this knee is active so the toes are up, the quad is engaged, and then the chest is lifting. And again, this block can be underneath of you, it can be under the hands, or you don't need to use it at all. If you are comfortable with hands in prayer, you can stay there. We have 4 more breaths on this side. Again, if you took Malasana, so that's Buddha squat, so you're doing both hips simultaneously, you will remain. If you took Skandasana, your side lunge, hands to earth, come up through center, turn the right toes forward and the left out, bring your block with you, and then sink into that left knee. Again, option to sit on a block and then maybe work those prayer hands again. Fire up the quad, so pull the kneecap up by activating the quad. Use the left elbow to open the left knee. Left heel roots, flex the right foot. Stay for 1 more. Let the hands come down. If you're in Buddha squat, you'll lift. If you're in Malasana, side lunge, same thing, you'll lift. So we'll either be in a shorter wide fold or a wider leg wide fold. And then if you're in the wider leg version, turn back around to your right to just your feet. So you're back to down dog. If you're in that fold, same thing, find your way to down dog. And then let the feet walk out, let the thumbs move into touch. We'll take one final twist here before we meet the earth. Press in the left hand, walk this right hand to any part of this right leg. The closer you get to the foot, the more challenge. Higher or less, you can also tent it on the floor or on a block. If you have the heel, press the heel down. And then root through that left foot as you twist the right rib cage under and you start to look up under that left armpit. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more. Stay. Unwind and then second side. Heel down, look up under the right armpit. Stay here. And then again, unwind. Find your way back to earth, hips to heels, head to the mat. Take rest. And then second side. As you're ready, come back up through center, cross those ankles. And then hold on to the knees as you slowly roll yourself down. When you get to the mat, let the feet come out wide and then let the knees knock in. And just close down the eyes. Take a little bit of time here to just settle into some stillness. And then maybe let those knees swish. and come back to center. Find your block and place it underneath your hips on any height. So we'll come into a supported back bend. If you would like a wheel, you are welcome to take that. If you're in your supported bridge, arms can just hang out by the sides. If you're in the more active, palms are down closer to the side body. And then take notice, so let the belly fill up, so really breathe into that space and then pull it back out. If you're on a block, maybe one leg up to the sky. Maybe roll out that ankle. You can take it into a little smaller hip circle. If you're in your wheel or you're unsupported, adjust as you need. A couple more breaths. If you're in supported, left leg maybe comes up with those ankle rolls. Maybe connected to some hip movement. And then we'll all put our feet down if they were lifted. If you're not on a prop, you'll eventually find your block on its shortest side. And then we'll let our feet lift straight up into space. Let the eyes close. If you prefer an inversion that's a little more fiery, you are welcome to do so. But you get all the benefits, and actually a little more, I think, in the restorative version sometimes. So you don't have the active challenge, which is sometimes fun to play around with. But when we spend time with our legs up over our heart in a restorative sense, we're really letting just all the fluid, the blood, the lymphatic fluid drain from our limbs. You can add the arms if you'd like to let them enjoy this same process. And really letting all of that fluid just drain down to the larger lymph nodes that are in sort of center mass. So up through the throat and chest center and in the armpits. So we move around a lot in our practice, which helps declutter and cleanse and clear, and then allowing that fluid to bring what it found, to bring all that sort of clutter that it collected, all that junk that we don't need, to let it bring it back to the lymph nodes for clearing and cleansing. So even if you're not into a regular yoga practice, or you just find yourself struggling with some time, this is something you can do every single day for a couple minutes, either in the morning or before bed, just to help clear out the body and to help it with its own natural detoxification. As you're ready, feet back to earth, arms come down if they were lifted. Slide off that block, hips down, and then feet up, catch the outside edges, pull down from the back of the thighs, dead bug. And if you like, tuck the right heel in, kick out through the left leg, and then switch that. Back to your dead bug at center. You can rock a little side to side here. And we'll find our way into one little final ball. Curl yourself in together. And then you can either find that traditional Shavasana, legs longer, back to where we started. Soles of the feet together, knees open like a book. Maybe this time, being that it's the end of practice, arms up and overhead in surrender. And then tune back into that body scan. So starting from the crown all the way to the tips of the toes. Just take notice. Maybe you feel the vibration of your most recent movement, that energy that not only runs through us, that actual electrical current, but that energy that connects us as well. So it connects us to each other. It allows us to feel and assess each other without even speaking. If you find yourself feeling that sort of energy within, just take notice of it. Maybe you'll feel the vibrations as they extend outward from you. As you feel ready, start to invite some movement to return to you. Wiggling fingers, toes, start to draw the knees into the center of the chest. Giving yourself a squeeze. And then find your way slowly onto your right side for just another moment right here. Change is not always easy, for differences are hard to take sometimes. We get set in our patterns, our rhythms, our acceptance, and our denials. And when those thoughts are sometimes challenged with a new perspective or a new path, we may resist, we may struggle. But know with change comes growth, learning, love, and if you choose to look at it correctly, laughter, light, and peace. It is up to you for how you see the change in your life. Your interpretation is your own. Where you take it, what you do with it, and where you send it. It all comes down to you. So choose to share your journey, your peace, your passions, your love, your laughter, and your joy. For what you put out into the universe comes back to you. So always share the good things. share your heart and be open. Be kind to your neighbor regardless of who they are, for you don't know their path or their journey, and it's not for you to decide. You are not their judge. You are not even your own. So resist to tag something with that label. Resist to judge yourself or your neighbor. Instead, choose love. Choose peace. Choose light. For we have it all within us to make those changes each and every moment of the day. As you find yourself comfortable to sit up, make your way to a seat, bring your hands to the center of your heart. I thank you for sharing your practice, your journey with me in class today. The light in my heart honors and greets the light and love in yours. Thumbs to our third eye, our eye of intuition. Knowing that you truly are a blessing. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm Amanda if we've never met before. I'm trying right now to do 2 online classes a week, and then I have 2 in-person classes as well. So I'm in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh to be exact. So on Tuesday nights, you'll catch me at Yoga Flow in Aspinwall, and on Wednesdays for Rival Yoga. Those classes are bar, and they are outside right now. So stay tuned for additional happenings. I do post my teaching schedule as it comes around on my Facebook page, and you'll see all of this content on YouTube, so enjoy. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, suggestions, or inquiries, let us know. There's also an email tagged on that page, so you can send it an email or you can post directly on the links that I share. Have a great and lovely day, and we'll catch up soon, either through video or in person. Namaste, everyone.